Hi, welcome. Hello, my name's Lorna. Welcome to the Den. This is the Den, Mental Wellbeing and Emotional Support. Hi, and today you join me in my den, which I'm just off of the back of some sessions this morning, and I thought I would take the opportunity to tell you a little bit about what I can offer through my children's support work. So I do work with adults, I do work with young people, and I do work with children. But this morning in the den, I've been set up for children. So I would just thought I'd take the opportunity to tell you a little bit more about that. What is it that we do, and what can I offer to you? So here we go. Let's give that a try. So with children, they tend to work, we tend to work through metaphor with children. So the situation is that, yes, children are not an alien species. they have the same thoughts and emotions as adults do. The difference is that they may not be ready to process them in the same way that we do yet. So although they'll be experiencing all of the same emotions, thinking very similar thoughts to us, having the same wonderings about the world, their brain literally is still building itself, still creating itself. All the connections are not quite there yet. So they are not necessarily able to process the emotions in the same way. And they also don't have the experience with emotions that adults have. They might not have felt certain feelings before. They might be brand new experience. And so the whole process of developing emotionally as a human, growing, can be quite overwhelming and a little bit scary sometimes. And especially if you're not sure like how other people, like, am I supposed to feel this way? Is this how it's supposed to work? Do other people feel like this? What do other people do when they feel like this? Do they just stay quiet about it? Am I supposed to tell somebody, or am I supposed to pretend it's not happening? So they can already feel shame about emotions, and they can already feel embarrassed or a bit scared to say anything. So there's a lot going on emotionally for children, and it although it's the same feelings, it's the processing that is different for children. So what we do tend to do first, actually, before we do anything else, it's about building relationship with your child. So what we do know is that change and development happens most successfully within a really strong relationship. So we'd need to build a trusting and happy, and ideally a safe, we work to build a safe feeling relationship. So it's not like a teacher relationship, it's not like a parental relationship. The idea is, although I innately have power because I'm a grown-up, we try and make that relationship feel as equal as possible, so that they are just free to be themselves, and to say whatever they want to say and to do whatever they want to do. This is their space, and we build a relationship together where they trust that I'm not going to judge them for whatever it is that they're thinking or feeling. And so they begin to be able to open up and not fear what I might say about those thoughts and feelings. We do talk about what emotions are, how they affect people. I've got lots of various resources we use for looking at emotions, and that one was a bit of a ashamed is one, but this is just one of the resources I've got for looking at emotions. But we do talk about all what different emotions are, what they feel like, what they might look like, how we express them. We normalise the experience of feeling lots of different emotions, and how everybody has their ups and downs, and we just help them to understand what being a human looks like from an emotional perspective, and to really, like I say, just really normalise the emotion experience, and to become sort of literate, have ways of expressing what your emotions are, to recognise, okay, well, this emotion looks like this and this and this. I think that might be called anger. You know, finding ways to communicate that emotion. But then when it comes to their particular concern, every child's going to have a particular issue. If you just try and go head on with a particular issue. Children can find that quite, I mean, we would as adults too, but it can be quite confronting for a child to just talk about particularly what's going on in their life. That can be really confronting and overwhelming, and can cause them to want to run away from it, really, and just think, I don't want to talk about that. So they could shut down, not engage, and just literally block that out, and then it all becomes pointless. So with children, we work through metaphor, so through stories and through play and through representing things. And it just means that we take that issue, whatever the issue is that they're experiencing, we let them experience that, and we sort of depersonalize it, and we talk about it through other methods, through storytelling. So it's not, we're not talking about them and their situation, we're talking about this character in this world over here. And we have various ways we do that. I mean, we play with Lego, lots of Lego going on over here today. We've got some storytelling cubes. Sometimes we just tell stories. We like to work with stones. Stones can be really good because it's nice, natural, connecting sort of material, but they can see anything they want to see in stones. They represent all sorts of things, the shapes, the feelings, the colours, yeah, it can get really metaphorical, really interesting with stones with your children. So yeah, so through that, through looking at various stories and through play, we begin to work on whatever issue it is that's bothering them. And, you know, every child is going to have their own issue to deal with. It could be that they're neurodivergent and they need to understand themselves in the world. Could be that they're being bullied. Could be that they're the bully. Could be that they're experiencing a loss. Could be that they've got a medical condition that they're working through, or that somebody they love has got a medical condition. Many things. I mean, anxiety at the moment, we tend to think of anxiety as an adult thing, but it's really not. Anxiety is rife amongst children, and so that's something that we can work with as well. The other thing that happens when I begin to work with your child is that I become a professional in that child's life, and therefore I can move into the support you in the professional settings that the child is in. So I know that lots of my clients have found it helpful that I can attend the sort of professional meetings with them. So if you're struggling with their school experience, for example, I can begin to attend the meetings, the regular meetings that you have at school, and I become an advocate for you and your family, really. I become the voice of the child. I can be the voice of what it is that they need, and begin to push positive change through to happening across their wider world. So yeah, I know lots of my clients have found it really helpful that I can come in and just be supportive in those situations, because sometimes it can be quite scary when they for us as adults, when, you know, we've got all of these professionals that telling us that they know best, and sometimes it's difficult for us to feel like we're heard in those situations. So I can come and support you with that. And if you're not having those meetings yet and you feel like you need to, then I can support you in getting those started. So yeah, I feel like that's sort of what I can offer to children. Like I said, I do work with adults and I do work with young people as well, and perhaps there'll be other videos on those particular areas on other occasions, but this is what the sort of thing that I can offer to children to help them work through whatever difficulty it is that they're working through at the moment. So if that's something that interests you, then drop me a line. If not, perhaps it would be great if you'd share the video so that we can get the word out that this is available. Yeah, so like, share, all of those things. And if you're interested in just knowing more, there's no obligation. You're more than welcome to contact me just to ask me some questions. Not a problem at all. Just drop me a line. And yeah, I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.